I heard you had some interesting times out there. As usual, we should set up an interview.
Never, ever, ever again.
The penultimate episode of The Expanse, Season 6, Episode 5, was another home run. It began with action and then set up the pieces for the finale with some tear-jerking scenes. As always, next week cannot come soon enough. As usual, the episode began in Laconia. Kara brought her brother to the strange dogs, and they fixed him. Sort of. His eyes are different. Now he sees things that he never saw before. He asked her, what does it mean to be on substrate? So basically, Zan is now Proto-Zan. Nevertheless, Kara was excited to have him back. Only time will tell how others, such as his parents and the military, respond. In terms of the main plot, it began at the ring. Mars sent 6 ships there, and they destroyed the Free Navy outside the ring with ease. They then gave a warning to Medina and were prepared to take it out as well, but unfortunately for them, Marco's Free Navy had set up 6 big railguns around the ring station, and the 5 railguns that had sight of the Soul Ring destroyed all 6 of the Mars ships. Since Drummer had raided his supply depots, the railgun victory at the ring was much needed. It boosted morale, so they busted out the liquor to celebrate. But Rosenfeld noticed that Marco wasn't drinking, so she showed him a video of Philip's speech and it made him proud. However, while all that was happening, Philip went on a spiritual journey of his own. Philip's new friend Tadeo had sent out a transmission in an attempt to find out if his brother on Sirius was okay. That transmission endangered them all by giving their enemies the opportunity to locate them. So Tadeo was locked up, but the empathetic side of Philip came out. Philip reached out on his own and found out that Tadeo's brother had died in the explosions. When he told Tadeo, he broke down, because Tadeo was on the crew that had set up those bombs. So Tadeo effectively killed his own brother. Now, Philip is wondering more than ever what he will do if, or rather, when he sees his mother again. So basically, Marco's fleet had a big win at the ring gate, and the video made Marco proud. They are on their way to the ring, and little does he know, Philip is more conflicted than ever going into the finale. And Philip was not the only one. Naomi's insights paid off. Their friend Elvie from Illis looked at Naomi's data and concluded that there is some sort of mass energy threshold that precedes or perhaps triggers the event that has caused ships to go missing at the ring. So Holden went to Avasarala and he warned her. Holden even suggested that they reach out to Marco, since the danger from this unknown is arguably more important than their war. Long story short, Avasarala wasn't buying it, but one thing is for sure. This mystery appears to be a Chekhov's gun going into the finale. And so is the new armor on the Rocinante. Amos was also very conflicted this episode due to Holden. Holden didn't even know that Amos had gotten off their ship until Clarissa told him. So Amos went off and did what Amos does. He went to bars and brothels, but this time was different. When Bobbie found him, Amos told her that he didn't know if he was going to go back to the ship because he was not cool with Holden having deactivated the warhead. Nevertheless, Bobbie gave him a great pep talk, which boiled down to the fact that they're family, and family sticks together. So fingers crossed, Amos will be rejoining the family for the finale.
You won't come with?
With you? Or with you?
Whatever.
Speaking of family, when Drummer bailed on Marco, 2 of her family left her. Another was killed. And now, Michio has chosen to stay behind on Ceres with Josep as he recovers from his amputated arm. So in various ways, Drummer has lost her entire family. But that's where Naomi came into play. Naomi reached out to Drummer so as to reconnect, but Drummer gave her the silent treatment. Naomi knows Drummer well enough to know that that meant that Drummer did not want to meet with her. But Naomi went to her ship anyway, as a friend, and also to ask for Drummer's help. Mars told Avasarala that they need to intercept Marco before he gets to the Medina station and the railguns. But Avasarala did not want to abandon the people of Ceres. However, Bobbie told her that it is time to fight, and Drummer showed up with supplies for Ceres, so Avasarala became both willing and able to join the fight. But the joint fleet had lost a lot of ships. They are now scattered and outnumbered, so they need help. Drummer now has 8 ships and the support of her people. So Avasarala reached out to Drummer when she arrived and invited Drummer onto her ship. But Avasarala is not her friend, so Drummer understandably denied her. But then Avasarala risked her own life by stepping off of her ship and walking out into public on Ceres. Granted, she had a number of armed guards, but still, it was a risky move. Many of the Belters have reasons to hate Avasarala for who she was. But Avasarala has changed. She is no longer the woman who tortured a Belter down on Earth. She is a woman who is looking to end the war as quickly as possible, so as to minimize the amount of human lives lost. But she can't do it without Drummer. Drummer arrived to Ceres with the stolen supplies. So although Sandrani made an attempt at painting Drummer as the Inner's pet, Drummer was a hero, and most of the Belters would probably agree. So Drummer has the support of her people. Drummer has 8 ships capable of battle. Drummer has the wisdom to see that even though Avasarala is an Inner, she is a better ally than Marco and Aros. Drummer has the courage to put aside past transgressions so as to make an alliance with the Inners. And above all else, Drummer has the compassion to put her own life at risk for the sake of Michio and Josep, for Naomi, for the sake of all humans, Belters and Inners alike. Team Drummer.
I loved you because you were builders. I wanted us to build something together.